If you are ready to awaken to who you truly are, to activate the power within you, and to become the highly conscious creator of your reality, then you're in the right place. This week on Aleckson TV, we're talking about empathy. Is it your superpower or is it your kryptonite? If you're being controlled by your empathy, I'm going to tell you how to change it into a superpower so you can truly bring that power into the world in the best way. I'm Aleckson. I am the soul speaker, giving a voice to the power within so that you can become the fully empowered creator of your reality and start living a highly conscious life. If you're a highly empathic person like me, then you will know what I'm talking about when I say that some of us can be victims to the empathy that we have within. You know what I mean? You'll be out in the shopping centres and it will wear you out. You'll be taking on everybody's energy. This episode, I'm going to help you to come to a new understanding about your empathy and how it truly is a superpower that you have in this day and age and as we move through our evolution as human beings. So what do I mean that it's a superpower? When I first started doing the highly intuitive work that I do, I truly knew that I was empathic, but I didn't know that there were a whole lot of people out there in the world who empathy seemed to be a weakness within them or seemed to make them victims to that empathy. It never occurred to me that empathy was considered out there in the world as a bad thing. And I'll tell you why. We've been talking a lot over the series of Mind Your Own Vibration about your belief systems, about how whatever you believe is true for you. And then of course if we believe something, then our brain leads us to find evidence of it everywhere. Now I came into the work that I do and into what is sometimes called the spiritual arena completely from outside of that. It wasn't something I grew up with. It wasn't something I was terribly familiar with other than having my palm read once a long time ago. And so I didn't have any belief systems around what being spiritual was, around what being intuitive was, or around what being empathetic was, or having highly empathic skills. And so I didn't even know that I had this thing called empathy until further into my journey. I did know that I was very able and capable of essentially stepping into someone else's energy field and being able to see what was going on with them emotionally and sometimes physically as well, and being able to help them clear that through my empathic ability to become one with their energy field. So it didn't occur to me that that was a problem, and I'll tell you why. It didn't happen randomly to me. It didn't happen when I was walking around the shopping centres. Yes, that's not something I enjoy doing, and yes, that's something I avoid because there are certain aspects of it that I don't like, the consumerism and things like that. But I certainly wasn't avoiding it because I was taking on people's energy. There wasn't any of that for me, and I'll tell you why. I don't believe that anything outside of me can impact me unless I invite it, unless I ask for it. And I think a lot of the time when we have a belief that we're empathic and we hear that that means that other people will be encroaching on our energy and will be picking up on other people's energy, and whatever they're feeling we'll feel, and so sometimes what we feel doesn't belong to us, it belongs to everyone else out there. I believe in self-responsibility, total self-responsibility. I believe that I'm responsible for my energy field, and I believe that my energy field is that way in order to be of service to people. So, as I said, it didn't randomly allow anybody in. It's always been very controlled because I didn't believe and I didn't know there were other beliefs out there that said empathy meant that you simply soaked up everybody else's energy. And so what I'd like to do today is invite you, if you are empathic and if you do view it as a weakness, what I'd like to invite you to do is change your belief system. This was true for me and it's never been a problem. I know other people that this belief was true for as well, and it's never been a problem for them. In fact, we use it as a superpower in the work that we do. And I know that you're here to serve as well. So start changing your belief around your empathy. Start recognizing that there's nothing out there that can encroach on your energy field. So therefore you're the one in control of who comes into your field and who doesn't. And start believing, as I do, that there is nothing out there that can do anything to you. You are the only one that exists. You are the only one who has control of this energy field and your empathic abilities. So I simply invite you in this episode to start using your empathy as a superpower and not viewing it as a weakness or viewing yourself as a victim of your empathy. As always, I do have a bonus for this episode, and you can pick that bonus up with the downloadable journal page at AlecksonTV.com. The bonus that I'm giving you is an intention statement written for you to start using to change the way that you believe empathy works in your life and to take more control of it so it becomes, as I said, your superpower and not your kryptonite. Next week on Aleckson TV, I'm going to talk to you about the greatest tool there is that you can have in your toolbox and that you can use in your own life in order to change the world around you, to heal yourself, to heal others, and to simply allow the world to be, and yourself to be, what you came here to be in your fullness. We'll talk about that next week, and I will see you then.